Hey guys, thank you so much for coming back to my channel. Today's video is going to be something a little bit different. I wanted to talk about self-love and positivity. I not only want my channel to be about outer beauty, hair, makeup, things like that. I also want it to be about inner beauty as well. I want when you come here to feel like better, to learn something, to leave with something. I have here written down a couple tips that I use, that I tell myself on, if not a daily, then a weekly basis, that I live by. There's 5 things here that I just want to touch on because I think they're very important, especially in the world we live in now. People my age, around high school and college age, when you're just trying to figure yourself out, it can be really, really hard. So I just wanted to share these tips that I focus on, that I have either learned, been taught, or taught myself. So if you like these kind of sit down talk videos, please let me know. I can definitely do more of them, maybe start like a little advice series and just talk. That's something I'm good at. But yeah, keep watching if you want to learn some of my tips that I have for self-love and positivity. So the first thing that I want to talk about is comparing yourself to other people. This is something that I have struggled with. It's really hard to differentiate like imitation versus inspiration. It's actually really important to have inspiration, to have little people or little things that you touch base with, that kind of keep you motivated and keep you striving. That is something so important. But I feel like we often get this mixed up with imitation and like striving to be someone else. For example, it is so great to be inspired by something. You can see someone do a specific thing, and what you want to try to match is that person's motivation, that person's drive, and what it took that person to get to where they are. I don't think we should be focusing on what that person did, how they did it, and copying it. People are only going to show you the positive on social media. As you can tell, like, we see all of these beautiful pictures and all of these beautiful things that everyone is doing, but they're only going to show you that because that is what they want people to see. That is what they want to broadcast to the world. We forget sometimes that there are struggles that come with those positive things. It's like an iceberg, what people see is above the surface, but there's also just a huge part of life that we don't get to see, especially when we're looking at other people. So I think we should just remember that when we are thinking about comparing ourselves to others. Not everyone is going to have the same journey, and that is okay. Following that, I think it is so important to embrace who you are. We can't be anyone besides ourselves. We are all uniquely made for a specific purpose. If everyone was put on this earth to do the same exact thing, nothing would ever get done. So I think it is really important and also really, really hard to just embrace the differences that come with each of us. For a long time, my differences are what made me different. They are what made me not confident, and they are usually what I was picked on about or that I put myself down for. But I have learned to convert that into a positive thing. My differences now are the things that I put on the top of my list about myself. I think it is very, very important to know these things about yourself, to let everyone know and see what makes you different. There are so many opportunities for you that you would have never known or been able to see if you made your differences a negative thing. So to tie in with embracing our differences, it is really important to surround yourself with love and positivity. Surround yourself with people who have similar interests as you, positive interests. Surround yourself with people who support you and your differences. It's also important to surround yourself with people who you aspire to be like. I have seen this so much being in college, people hanging out with people who have no direction and are just lingering in the space that they're in at the moment. They don't have any drive to be anywhere, and I feel like if you have drive and you stop and linger, I feel like you're gonna get stuck there and you will lose your sight of what you were trying to get towards. With this, it is really important to know your worth. Know what you deserve and know the people that deserve to be around you. Just because we are on this earth and there are people walking around and talking and socializing, I believe this doesn't mean that everyone deserves my attention, my time, my energy. What you put your energy to and towards becomes who you are. So make sure that you surround yourself with people who are uplifting, inspiring, have the same interests as you. I just think you should be aware of who you are and make this person who you are building something precious, because it is so easy to be knocked down, to be pulled back. This has a lot to do with the people that you surround yourself with. So guard your life and make sure you are very protective of who you put your energy towards, because this can have a huge effect on who you become. So with this and the people that you surround yourself with, we can really get caught up in friends and relationships and things like that. It is so important. Like, the number one most important thing to do is make time for you. We all should have some time that we put aside for ourselves, either daily or weekly, that we are able to regroup ourselves, to think about who we are, to reflect on what we have done and what we will do, and to just spend time with ourselves. I know a ton of people, especially my age, like college age, young adult age, that are so caught up in their friends and just doing stuff and on the go and at school, at work, with their boyfriend or girlfriend, and they just never are spending time with themselves. And when I mean spending time with yourself, I mean setting aside your phone, the people, and just being with yourself. For me, I love Sundays. I take off work on Sundays and I literally just do me. I will go to the grocery store, I will cook my meals for the week, watch movies, clean my room, clean my apartment. I'll do face masks, I'll paint my nails, and I'll do my hair. Like, I literally do it all for myself on Sundays. That is my day. That's the day that I need. And if I miss a Sunday, my week is rough. I need those days. I go to sleep early, and that way on Mondays I can start my day off fresh. Like, my room is clean, my mind is clean, and I can just restart. So lastly, it is important to set goals for yourself. These goals can be something as small as I'm going to go to bed tonight at 10 o'clock, or something as big as I want to get my master's degree in whatever. I think we all, everyone, no matter who you are, need some type of milestone that we are looking forward to at all times of the day, at all times of our lives. We always need to be looking ahead at something, because the second that we forget what our purpose is at the moment or in life, we start to backtrack and we start to linger, like I said, with those people and with those things that maybe aren't as good for us. So when you have goals, you start to meet other people with those same goals that you can then surround yourself with, that will help you stay on track. I think that is where we get the positive feeling about ourselves, when we start to accomplish things, big or small, that make us feel good about ourselves. It is really important to feel good about yourself and to set yourself up to do something that makes you feel good about yourself. So setting these goals is like your own little test for yourself. Like when you make an A on a test, you're like, oh my gosh, I did it. These are like your own little tests that you set up in your life that you give yourself in order to achieve something greater than who you are. So these are just the few things that I have been working on in my life when I get super stressed, when I get anxious, when I get worried about my future. I have to look at this list and just get on it, because I feel like this really helps me and it clears my mind and it helps me just believe in myself, because it can just be really hard. Something as simple as just liking yourself can be really hard. I hope that you guys can either agree with some of this or have learned something new. It was set on my heart to do something like this because my birthday is in 2 days. I wanted to make sure to take a step back right before my birthday and just see how I was living, clear out all of the negative things that I do not want in my life, because I have been blessed with another year to do things that I would like to do. So it is really important to just evaluate, check off the things that you do not need anymore, and add in some things that you think will make you better. If you have time, please go comment down below one thing that you love about yourself, or a tip that you have for me that I didn't speak on that helps with self-love and positivity. Make sure you come back next Tuesday when I upload another video. If you watch this video this far, please give this video a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.